In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare she can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.
Hi, y'all. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you all doing? And welcome. Oh, I meant to. Let me see if I can find this book. Hold on. Here it is. Here it is. Look what I found. Well, I have two of these books, actually. One should be autographed, and it is by the person that wrote the book. And this is a very unique, it's a little dirty, uniquely St. Croix event. So look at it carefully. This is a very unique St. Croix event, right? No other island other than Haiti took matters into their own hands. And not surprising, I totally have Crucian blood in me. My granddad was Crucian, born and raised here before he went back to Puerto Rico. And I come from fighters. And then on my grandmama's side, they are Haitians by way of immigration. So that's how my grandma is Saint Tomian. All right. So I come from a fighting spirit, so I couldn't understand why I was so angry all the time. And it turns out if Karen can be angry, my black ass Tracy can be angry all the time too. For good purpose. At least it's for good purpose. At least I'm not yelling at a McDonald's employee because they didn't get my french fries wrong. I'm just saying, we pick a cause on this side of town. With all that being said, let me see if I can read it to you so that you could understand what I mean by Fireburn, because that's what it was called here. It was called the Fireburn. And it was an act, it was an action to make a statement about salaries. And the only request in this era, 1878, was 10 cents more. Probably a day, not an hour, probably 10 cents more a day. So, this was a play created by Richard Strader Sr., written in Etruscan dialect and depicting the 1878 second struggle for freedom from the slavery in the Virgin Islands. Emancipation Proclamation of 1848 at Fort Frederick in Frederiksted on the island of St. Croix, which was then Danish West Indies, presently the U.S. Virgin Islands. Mr. Strader is a noted native Virgin Islander, a historian, an author, a recantor, and a humanitarian. And I met him, and that's how I wound up getting his signature. Oops, right there. Strader. All right. I met him at the agricultural fair. We have this agricultural fair it's a big fair every year, but we also have it every Saturday. October 18th, 1878, Crucian sugarcane workers struck the second blow for freedom in Frederiksted. They attacked Fort Frederick with bricks and stones and conch shells. And you know anything about conch shells? Those things are heavy. And cannonballs. And with weapons of rum, oil, and matches, flattened the entire business sector of that town. A week later, when the war was over, took a week, 53 sugarcane estates, 879 acres, and 43 sugar workers were destroyed by the fire. So 43 people did not live. 879 acres was burned down. 3 whites were killed. Hundreds of laborers were arrested. 403 people were arrested. The island only holds 55,000 people. And after 18 months of trial, 67 were imprisoned. 60 were shot dead in the sugarcane fields. 12 men were executed by firing squad, and some in a fort yard in Frederiksted and others in a fort yard in Christiansted. 14 women were burned at the stake in Grove Place. Mary Thomas, who they call Queen Mary, Susanna Abrahamson, who they call Queen Matilda, and Alexina Solomon, Queen Agnes. There were 4, so I don't know why only 3 are mentioned, were imprisoned in Denmark for a number of years and were later returned to St. Croix, where they died. They were called the Queens because of their leadership roles in the Christmas festivities on burning the estates. but largely because of their ability to articulate the needs of the sugarcane laborers. So imagine, because you can represent your problem, all right, was the reason why they died, but also the reason why they were called queens. So all they wanted was 10 cents. So this problem in America been going on for years. Years. Now, when the Danish had the Virgin Islands, it's my understanding that they were horrible. Horrible. But we know as slave historians through blood, anybody that held slaves were horrible. Here or there or anywhere. Let me say hi to my peeps. This is going to be an important awakening for all of us. We can't sleep anymore, and we can't be fooled by church rhetoric anymore. I'm not waiting to die to go to glory. I want it here, now. And I want to live in peace, and I want a living wage, and I want to be happy, and I want to raise my children without having to worry whether or not the police is going to take my black son down. I would like for my daughter to go to Tanzania and not be unalived and call it suicide. That's what I would like. All right. Hi, Jenny G. Hi, Marcella Amore. Hi, Miriam Brown. Hi, Noel. Hi, Young Young. How are you? Hey, Deborah. How are you? Oh, thank you for coming. I love Deborah. I'm taking Deborah's classes right now, and it is so soothing, so warming, so nice to sit back and exercise muscles that I had, but then I gave away, and she's, allowing me at the very least, because I'm a little different, to exercise in a place of safety and warmth. Oh, there's nothing better than a spiritual mentor, leader, friend. There's nothing better. Remember that. And I always recommend Deborah. She is a medium. So for those of you, and I'm watching online, a lot of you have lost some people. Please contact her. And I'll put her, Deborah. Okay, I always recommend you, Deborah. So don't think because you're on, I'm recommending it. Always recommend you. DeborahHookie.com. Deborah Hookie. Okay. .com. Just contact her through her .com. Hi, Stephen. Good afternoon, Tracy and everyone. This is so educational, interesting. Fireburn. Fireburn is, I know y'all didn't know it, but I thought this is a good time to merge, two sides of an American history, right? Because we keep things going by word of mouth, but it's written. The only problem with this book is that it's written in Crucian dialect, and so I'm just holding on to the book. I know the story verbally, but the Crucian dialect is very thick, very strong, and very beautiful, but I can't figure it out. You might as well be talking, what's a good language that nobody speaks? Patois. You might be talking patois to me. Okay. I'm listening. History is so important. Yes. So I'm over the history part of it, and we're going to now walk to 2026, where there's a new sense of Fireburn, right? That's what is happening in the warehouses. Reminds me of today, that like to not earn a living wage is crazy to me. And in California, they literally had to force McDonald's, like they had to pass laws, and it took like 12 years to get there, to pay their employees $26 an hour. I don't even know if that's true, but y'all McDonald's workers, y'all gotta let me know if this is a thing. So then what McDonald's did was take McDonald's off the block. You can't even find a McDonald's anymore. And then they tricked you even further, right? Not trick you. I'm not saying it's you. They tricked you even further, and so they only hire you part-time. Yeah. So if they hire you part-time, they don't have to give you health care, right? You're just a thing. Oh, and now they're trying to get it, like, the system automated so that they don't even need to pay you part-time. But thank God these robots are fucking up royally. I love these fuck up robots. Go ahead, keep paying for it. Because it won't get perfected. The robot thing will not get perfected. And did you know that some of these delivery robots are being maneuvered by people in the Philippines, where they too don't get living wages? Okay. Yeah. So sad. All right. You know, I like to talk through videos, and there are many people so much better than me that can explain this better. I'll just go in a whole angry state. And that's not good for anyone. I just want to remind you, everyone, listen, it's Mars energy. You all have never been here. You all have never been in a place where I think by the 17th, 7 planets would be aligned in Aries. So depending upon where your Aries energy is, what your placements, if you have any planets, your placement, like, all that matters. So where is your Aries? All right. I don't have any planets in Aries, but my Aries falls in one of the houses. I don't know which one, but I got to check it. When I look at one of the videos, I'll check it, because whatever it is, I've already decided to shut the fuck up. I've already had a conversation with myself, which you should too, right? See, but I'm lucky. God has blessed me and made sure that I was not working during this feisty energy, right? Also, some of this energy has already begun. So if you all are having problems at your job, it's because Aries says, speak up. But because the planets are so volatile, right? If you speak up, somebody could bitch slap you. Like, I don't know. It's volatile. So God was like, listen, we're going to make sure that you're home. Okay, good. Okay. And we're going to make sure that you shut the fuck up. Oh, shut the fuck. Oh, okay. Okay, God, Jesus, shut the fuck up. Yeah. What about work? No. You can do your psychic reading. Oh, I could do, but I can't be in the public. Okay, God. Know thyself. Know thyself. And I'm not okay. I am not okay. And I know this. So between me and God was like, I got a solution. Your black ass, you're going to hibernate and you're going to be fine. And I'm like, okay, God. Yeah, hibernate. Read a book. Okay. Let's look what's happening in America right now.
Is being set on fire. Cocktails being hand-delivered to Sam Altman's house. All of these unlocked a memory of a video that was released. It was a TED Talk. It was released 11 years ago. And that video was being hosted by a billionaire, by that 0.001%. He calls himself a plutocrat. And the whole video was essentially a warning to other capitalists because he recognizes he's capitalist. His name's Nick Hanauer. I don't know if he's still like what he was 11 years ago, but there was a warning in that video to his fellow plutocrats that this style of capitalism was not sustainable, where you can take and take and take, and there will be a breaking point.
So what do I see in our future today? You ask? I see pitchforks, as in angry mobs with pitchforks. Because people like us plutocrats, because while people like us plutocrats are living beyond the dreams of avarice, the other 99% of our fellow citizens are falling farther and farther behind.
He tried to warn the other billionaires. He tried to give them the opportunity to change their ways, knowing what would eventually happen. In fact, he thought that it would take 30 years for the 1% to own 30% of wealth in America. It only took 10. But he tried to warn y'all, and it's not because he's a good person. He could just see it coming. In fact, he recognized where we would be at some point.
And if wealth, power, and income continue to concentrate at the very tippy top, our society will change from a capitalist democracy to a neo-feudalist rentier society like 18th century France. That was, France before the revolution and the mobs with the pitchforks.
Honestly, I'd go check out the whole video. It is a fascinating look back to something that came out 11 years ago. Oh, and follow me for more.
Turns out the toilet paper warehouse in Ontario that did not have the proper insurance. So the owner takes the full cost. Now, I find it interesting that a huge warehouse filled with people did not have the proper insurance in California. You did not have fire insurance? Are you kidding me? Oh my God, I can't. So that means if there was somebody hurt in the fire, how do they get away with not having proper insurance? Like the owner of that warehouse, I think it's of the warehouse. Yeah, I think it's of the owner that owns the warehouse is a billionaire. And you didn't have proper insurance? And OSHA was okay with that? Oh my God. All right. Fireburn.
So the moon, it's in Aries now. I didn't sleep. Everything feels chaotic. My tarot read me to filth last night. But instead of spiraling, the tarot told me to do these things, and I thought I would share that. Stop the catastrophic storyline. It's not as crazy as I think we think it is. Stick to what's actually true. We're not stuck or failing. It also says, trust that things are moving, even when it's messy. Move with intention, not emotion, which is fucking hard right now. And then release what you can't control. That's it. Do less, but do it on purpose. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. I did a couple things. I was up at 8 running errands, and now I'm about to take a nap.
Go take a nap. Right. Go take a nap. I authorize that.
Tell me the man who burned down a warehouse in Southern California is facing life in prison, but the people named in the Epstein files are just existing, unbothered, living their day-to-day lives with zero consequences, not being tried or prosecuted. Right, okay, so let me make sure I have this correct. Burning down a building? Unacceptable. Maximum punishment. And because it was a warehouse, that makes this so much worse because it's anti-capitalist. But being linked to a man running a child trafficking ring, who is also a known pedophile, is what? networking. Because from where I'm standing, it looks like the justice system moved at the speed of light for property damage, but suddenly developed performance anxiety when it came to protecting actual human beings. I genuinely can't remember the last time I saw this level of urgency from the justice system than when Luigi Mangione killed that healthcare CEO. Oh yeah, and now this, burning down a fucking warehouse. And truth be told, at some point you bitches need to come face to face with this realization. What exactly is this justice system designed to protect? Because right now, I'm not seeing a lot of justice, but I am seeing the protection of pedophiles. I am seeing the protection of a fucking warehouse. I'm seeing protection for people we need protection from. So you know what? Maybe fighting fire with fire isn't such a bad idea, because I haven't seen our justice system work this fast in a long time.
I do not agree with anything that anybody says in this video. Nothing. I agree with nothing. I'm supporting what people's feelings are. It's two different things. Do I need to write that? Let me write that. I do not agree with anything in this video. I am supporting. Oh, how do you spell supporting? Supporting. How do you spell supporting? Supporting. It still doesn't look right. Oh my God. Supporting. SUPPORTING. Okay. I am supporting everyone else's. No, I am supporting and validating everyone else's feelings in this video. And just let me add, in capital letters, this is for YouTube purposes only, people have a right to their feelings and is allowed to speak on that. And my job is to calm the beast when you want to speak up. All right? So, I do not agree with anything in this video, and whatever. It's not grammatically correct. I am supporting and validating everyone else's feelings in this video. People have a right to their feelings and is allowed to speak on that. Okay. Oh, Mars is supporting. Thank you, Jenny G. The ignorance of it all. All right. Moving on, child. All right. Let's just sit back and enjoy the videos, because a lot of people have a lot of things
You all
to
saw
say.
the video of the man who filmed himself burning down the warehouse he worked at while saying, "All you had to do was pay us enough to live," right? Well, I'm not condoning that behavior because this video would get removed, but I do want to give you some context. The CEO of Kimberly-Clark makes $15.3 million per year. Meanwhile, a warehouse worker at that specific warehouse in Ontario, California makes $18 per hour, which is about $37,000 per year. The workers at that warehouse had about $2,420 a month to live off of after taxes. The average rent in Ontario, California is $2,550. But it gets worse. The company Kimberly-Clark had a profit of over $2 billion last year. That means they could give every single one of their 38,000 employees a $40,000 a year raise on top of what they're already getting paid, and they would still make a profit of over $500 million. But if they did that, the shareholders might be upset. You know, BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street.
Are you being informed? Am I helping in any way? Right. Right, Deshauna. Right. You see why it helps to have content creator friends. You see how educational their videos, and what I come across, you may not come across, which is why I started showing these videos. Because I'm doing these videos and I'm like, God, what is this? Why are you showing me like things like this? And then it dawned on me. God was like, share it. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll share it. I'll educate um my people through other videos, because we are not about to live in dumbness anymore. You're not about to think that shit is not going down anymore. You're not about to put your head in the sand and act like this is okay. You're not about to continue racism. You know what's going to pull us together? By the way, this Iran war. You know what's going to make people conscientious of each other? Not having food when no shipment comes in. You know what's going to get rid of racism? Iran. Iran. Oh, Iran is going to do it. They're going to wind up being our motherfucking heroes. Because they've had a system in place since before Jesus. Iran was called Persia. Check it out. It's in the Bible. America just got here 2,000 years ago. The fuck? And from inception, they've been stealing from us. From inception. When America was, okay, education. All right. I got to get a button that says education. Racism education. When America was about to lose, I think it was the Civil War. I think it was the Civil War. They incorporated black folks, black men, and gave them all kinds of promises that they could get their freedom and they could move about the country and all this other bullshit. Just come fight with us. So we do. We win the war, not because of black folks, because they had the manpower. We win was it the Civil War? Was it the Civil War? Was it the Revolutionary War? One of the two. I'm not educated. God, people, but I know the stories, right? We win some war here in America. Was it Revolutionary War? Was it Civil War? Does anybody know out there? Anywho, when the war was over, they told the black men to kiss their ass. America did that. So who was saving us? Iran. Y'all better check out them Lego videos, because they are educating. They're very educating. I wake up every morning. I can't wait to see what Lego video somebody created through the night. Y'all better look at them Lego videos. All right. Oh, I'm so feisty. Oh, this Aries energy. Now you know why God said, in your house, bitch. Oh, man. Can I at least go outside and stand in front of the stoop and just wave to the people's God? All right, what you got to say? Oh, that's how we won the war. Black people was included in the war. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was all about manpower. Yeah, exactly. You know what the thing is? It's because America always thinks that they're always right. Oh, yeah. About everything. Oh, yeah. And they're so ignorant. They don't even know those farewell countries like that. I don't know what farewell countries mean, but I get it. Oh, thank you, Deshauna. You know what's weird? There was a worker that said something about where I. Oh, be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful what you say. Because now I got to read it. Now I got to read what you guys say. Right? Okay, all right. Be careful what you say. I don't want anybody to like get into trouble, like talking cold. Okay, not so graphic. Just kind of be like, if you say something wrong, I just won't put it up. Now I have to read it beforehand. And everything you're saying is right, Darshana. I'm just not gonna post it. And you're not doing anything wrong. I just want to keep you safe. I got to worry about you too, child. Okay. On to the video. Because in actuality, it looks like I'm saying something bad, but I don't. The problem is that you all read between the lines. And so you all think I'm saying something like greatness. I'm not. I'm actually very careful in my words, which is the reason why I curse a lot, because cursing amplifies what I'm saying. But I'm really careful at what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Okay. Anywho.
Hey, so we all have seen the warehouse that got burnt down with the fella saying you should have paid us better and this wouldn't have happened. Well, it turns out that apparently that warehouse may have not been properly insured and now the owner's about to have to eat the cost. I think that is fucking hilarious.
The best thing
Secondly, everybody wants to get on these motherfucking apps hooting and hollering about class consciousness. And then a sumbitch steps up for the class and y'all immediately back down. Oh, we can't be doing this. Power to Luigi. Power to this fella that did the... Yeah, there's some heroes without some capes out here, and y'all want to act like they're the villains. The villains are the billionaires not paying us enough to live! The health insurance companies denying all our claims. They're the bad guys! And yes, Mr. FBI, CIA, Mr. Dark Intelligence Agent, I said what the fuck I said!
He said what he said. There was something that he said, though. Let me replay it, because he said something that was...
Hey, so we all have seen the warehouse that got burnt down with the fella saying you should have paid us better and this wouldn't have happened. Well, it turns out that apparently that warehouse may have not been properly insured and now the owner's about to have to eat the cost. I think that is fucking hilarious. Secondly, everybody wants to get on these motherfucking apps hooting and hollering about class consciousness. And then a sumbitch steps up for the class and y'all immediately back down. Oh, we can't be doing this.
That's it.
Power to Luigi. Power to this.
That's it. So all of these people are going to have a trial. Luigi is not going to jail. I promise you. Luigi's not going to jail, right? And this fire person, what you could do is sign up for jury duty, and you could hang that trial. And they could try him again, and you hang it. They could try it again, and you could hang it. And you could do that for everyone. If the people are going to stick together, then fucking stick together. Welcome to my Tracy Talk.
Really such a very important time in the history of the universe. I think for me it's very cool to see all these planets working together, and with the equinox also setting the tone for the whole year. And this equinox very soon also, April 16 to April 18, we will have in the chart 7 planets in Aries. What's the rule of Aries? Mars, the planet of war, but the planet of manifestation, of desire, When we decide, we go for it. As I said always about Aries, you throw them from the door, they come back from the window. They don't take no for an answer. You want to have that energy. You want to push. You want to glue yourself into this energy. But be careful of anger, frustration, explosion with 7 planets in Aries.
Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Yeah, be careful. Because the collective volatility is on and cracking. But if you do a couple of things like learn to take metals out your body by drinking cucumber, parsley, cilantro, ginger, just give you a little kick in that system. Cucumber, and drink that. Summertime's coming. Chill it, drink it. For some of you crazies, add a little rum to it. It won't kill you. But get the metals out of your body because your heads are clogged. Not you. I'm not talking to my spiritual people. That one right back there. I could tell your head is clogged, right? And I'm even going to start, although, okay. I'm going to start an herbal, not channel, but a herbal uploading. All right. Spiritual drinking, let's call it, for the war. We got to clean out, clear up, and do better because we need to be prepared. Yeah. So if you're going to love this, and sweeten it to choice. You can use honey, you can use sugar. I don't really give a shit about your sweetener. If you're a diabetic, then you're not supposed to have sugar, so don't fuck around and find out. Get something unsweetened, but honey's always safe. Honey's always safe for you diabetics out there. Okay. Cucumber. Do you want me to write this down? Hold on a second, because I got to help you. Cucumber. Parsley. Cilantro. Now remember, the Mexicans live for cilantro. They love themselves some cilantro. Cilantro's so good. Cucumber, parsley, cilantro. Oh, celery. All in a blender. You don't have to chop up the parsley. Clean it. Leave the stems off. Like, just chop off the stems for the parsley and the cilantro, but you don't have to chop it up. You don't need a lot of cucumber, so I tend to use either a quarter of a cucumber or half of a cucumber, and celery. All right? Chop up the celery. You're going to have to chop up the celery. Unless you have one of those blenders, you can put the whole damn celery in. I don't know. I don't have that. Drain it. Drain it and drink it. Now, you want to know something? If you take the pulp, sweeten it, and freeze it, either into ice cubes to add to any drink, right? Or in a cup, you can scrape the contents like an icy. How do you spell icy? I-I-C. I don't know how to spell it. All right. All right, now, this is a way to clean your head. Clean your head, clean your body. You could drink this all the time. There won't be any effects on you. It's just a drink. Don't drive yourself crazy. It's simple. It's costless. It's not medicinal. Could be, is, but it's just something to kind of concentrate on rather than concentrating on this volatile war. Like every time something comes up, you could be like, let me make a nice cucumber drink. All right. Very, very good for you, especially during war times. All right. So let me put it up again. Cucumber, parsley, cilantro, celery. Sweeten to taste. Drain it. Drink it. Take the pulp. Sweeten the pulp to taste. Freeze it either in ice cubes or in a cup. You can scrape the contents like an icy, especially at the end of the day. You know how you're tired and you're like, oh, I want something sweet. Well, you could have a cup of pulp and just scrape it and just, I help you. I help you. All right. Moving on.
It's happening. The class war has begun. Not only did somebody throw a Molotov cocktail at CEO Sam Altman's house, the guy that runs OpenAI, now somebody fired shots into his home. Again, I don't condone this, but fuck them.
Not fuck them. I do not agree with anything in this video. I am supporting and validating everyone else's feelings in this video. People have a right to their feelings and they are allowed to speak on that. Okay. Not fuck them. Oh my God. Oh my God. Funniest shit ever.
Have to do it. It's so trendy right now. I'm so nervous. What if I don't do it right? Oh my God, stop worrying. You'll do fine. Okay, I'll do it. What's the trend? Arson.
I do not agree with anything in this video. I am supporting and validating everyone else's feelings in this video. People have a right to their feelings and is allowed to speak on that. All right. I'm just protecting myself, y'all, because y'all crazy. Half y'all are crazy. That shit crazy. But people have a right to speak on their feelings. People are upset, so we won't speak on our feelings.
They don't seem connected, but they are. Man lights an entire toilet paper factory on fire. Man shoots up public official's house after public official says, get bent, I'm putting the data center in your backyard. Corporate wants you to find the difference between these two pictures. They're the same picture. People are realizing very quickly that the normal channels of settling your grievances don't do anything other than act as an escape hatch for accountability. And people are also being pushed to their limit. In the wake of both of those being true at the same time, some people can't handle the tension and so they snap, like a piece of string. And sometimes the snapping is they have an addiction or they get into a bar fight. Sometimes, though, they look for a person or a thing that they view as the kind of avatar of all of their immiseration, and they seek to destroy that thing. I would imagine that, especially from now to the end of the decade, we will only see more and more and more and more examples.
Oh, we're all going to hell, if that's what you think. Because people are upset. And that's on God at this point. Okay, I do not agree with anything in this video. I'm supporting and validating everyone else's feelings in this video. People have a right to their feelings and they are allowed to speak on that. Let me start this. If I start, what happens? Is it easier to read? when I star it, I don't get it. When I star it, why do I want to star something? All right. Oh, maybe it'll just take. I don't know. Let's do this. Oh, maybe that's the way to find it quicker. Okay. All right. What you all got to say? The cucumber parsley, one deep says, good health, Tracy in chat. Sounds delish. Delish. It is so good and so refreshing. And y'all, summertime is coming. It's a great, refreshing meal. A drink. Now, I'm going to add one more thing to this. And that would be, instead of water, boil some green tea. So it could be water or it could be green tea. And green tea is very, 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 very good for you. All right. Oh my God. I love me some green tea. Green tea helps with my water retention for me. So that's why I use green tea. But if I don't boil the green tea, it fucking doesn't matter. I can use, water. Doesn't matter. But green tea would add an extra layer to this wonderful, wonderful drink. Oh, you're going to love it. Can you pin it? Let me see. Pin it. Let's see. No, I can only delete or block my. Oh, well, that's me. Let me. Well, I don't know. Let me try somebody else. No pinning. No pinning here. It's all right. I can see it now. Before I was looking for it, but there is a way for it to show up. But do you have it? Did you write it down? Cucumber, parsley, cilantro, celery, sweeten to taste, drain it, drink it, put some ice on it. You can drink it hot. I give 2 shits. I don't know how it tastes good hot, but I'm only saying drink it because it's summertime. So rather than drink, sorry, Lipton, fuck y'all too. Rather than drink Lipton iced tea, this is amazing. Amazing. It takes 2 seconds to make. 2 seconds. All right. You can put in a blender. You don't need a juicer. Just put it in a blender. Drain the pulp, call it a day. It takes 2 seconds to make, I promise you. Pin your statement that you're speaking after the. Yeah, I did. I had to highlight it because there's no such thing as pinning, but I did. There's a way I could see it better. And I was like, I kept looking for it. I'm like, oh, geez. All right. Hi, Sanach. All right. Let's move on to the videos. Did they show this one? Yeah.
It's happening every single day. And this happened in Compton.
Boy, it certainly is, Philip. This fire just erupted, and we don't know what's burning inside this structure quite yet. It comes back at 2420 North Alameda in Compton. Compton Fire, LA County firefighters really just trying to assess what they have right now and see if they can get around this. As you can tell, there's going to be some access issues, and this is really starting to take off. I want to open up just real quick and give you a live shot of this, or a wide shot, I should say. Now, fortunately, most of this smoke is going straight up in the air, into the atmosphere. That is great news because
people are fed up, and all you had to do was pay them a living wage, like the first guy said. It's really all you had to do.
All you had to do.
But you refused to do it. And this is what happens.
Yep. What happens when you don't pay people a living wage? All right. Ciao. That fire's tall. Yeah, it's the whole warehouse at this point. 11 so far. 11 so far. And out of the 11, most of them come out of California. What's going on, Callie? What's going on? Is it the immigration issue? What's happening over there? I thought Governor Gavin Newsom solved some of your living wages issues, but I guess he didn't. Oh, my God. Where is Governor Gavin Newsom? Where is he? Where is he? All right, I'm over it. People are, oh, wait, so the fire. Okay, let's go back up. Damn it. Okay. I do not agree with anything in this video. I am supporting and validating everyone else's feelings in this video. People have a right to tell their feelings and is allowed to speak on that. Is that grammatically correct? Who cares? Who cares about being grammatically correct? Who cares? All right. I'm fighting with myself, which is the reason why God's not letting me out in the universe.
Actual leftist take, the problem is not that that man set that warehouse ablaze. No, the problem is that this country expects people to survive constant economic violence and never just snap. CEOs stack millions, billions, almost fucking trillions. Workers get rent stress, medical debt, burnout, and just enough to crawl back to work tomorrow. And then the media wants to fixate on one dramatic moment instead of the system that created it. No, the story here is the class war. The fact that working people are being pushed past the point of dignity while executives cash out. And before anybody starts clutching pearls, I'm not saying that chaos is the plan. I'm saying that workers need to stop acting like we're powerless. You want resistance? Unionize. Fucking strike. Organize your workplace. Back labor actions. Back mutual aid. Join a tenant union. Make these people feel collectively how much this economy depends on the people it keeps exploiting. Because the working class does not need more lectures about being calm. We need power. We are the people and we outnumber them by a lot.
My Shiro, this is the woman I can stand next to. This is my Shiro. Speak, bitch. Speak. This, kudos. Kudos, bitch. Oh my God. All right. Kudos. Yes, organize, create something that's better. They're living off of whatever the people that are in charge of paying them. It's not enough for them to make a living. How does anyone in this fucking world pay $2,500 for a one fucking bedroom apartment? Please explain. How did we get here? Do you know you need to make $100,000 plus to pay a $2,500 rent? The unions are corrupt. You're absolutely right. The unions are corrupt. And the only thing we can do is band together. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. The unions are corrupt. My dad, God bless his soul, was a union leader. And because I was young, he never thought that anything I would hear, I would fucking remember. Now, did we benefit off of his corruption in the union? Oh, fucking yeah, we did. But I'm a kid. I don't know the difference, but I remember hearing it all. I remember hearing them plot against New York City, the unions. I remember every union executive had homes. They all had not benefits, trips. I remember my dad called a transit strike from Vegas. Vegas, I tell you. Vegas. And then they went gambling after the strike hit. They did not give a shit. And they all made more money than the average worker. I mean, when my mom and dad were together, we were not poor by no means, because the man made a wonderful living by being a union executive. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's sad because, like, my dad never knew how much I was taking in, sitting underneath the table, listening to conversations. But it shaped me, it molded me, and I didn't like it then. I don't like it now. Do you know I tried not to join any union or a company that had a union? Now I do think that organizations do need unions. I really believe that because it does scare the companies. But ultimately, all you have to do is pay off the union leaders. That's all you have to do. They will work against their own employees. Yep. All right, I'm over it. I'm over my nostalgia. Oh, who was selling? I mean, okay. So, Deshauna, there's some things I can't show you. I can't show the public. It is not this president that did it. Clinton did it. Bush did it. It's the elite that did this. It is not this fucking president. This was a system that began in such a way that it was insidious and it was small and it was gradual. The difference with this president right here is that you just feel it because he says it. I don't give a shit about nobody. Neither did Clinton when he sold everything to China. Everything in your apartment, your home, every stove, every refrigerator, none of it is made in America. And that was Clinton. So you can't say this president, but we have to like figure out how to like explain more than our feelings for today, which is why things are going to get volatile because we believe something just today. Fireburn, Fireburn. The history is there. Check the history. Clinton did this. And when Clinton sold everything to China to make, there was no such thing as made in America. And then Walmart, Walmart, War, Walmart started popping up all over the place. Why? Because they had an agreement with the shipping to bring cheap labor, made products to America. And it was cheap labor in terms of them getting pennies. And they were so abused over there. Abused. We're talking about 30, 40, 50 years ago. They were abused over there. They had to work like 20-hour shifts. Like you have no idea. So it wasn't this president. This president copied every other president. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I'm okay now. I'm okay. I'm okay. That's very interesting. All of America could be one big experiment. That is probably the truth. Yes. Yes. Wait, Sanach says, I think this whole place from the beginning did this. U.S. is addicted to free/cheap labor. This whole experiment that is the U.S. created this. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I see now, Sister Shauna, that's sad. I feel it now. People working 20-hour shifts. Look at your nurses and not not getting again. This is horrible. Even back then, it was worse back then. Yes, sweetie, yes. I agree with Sinach. Feels like a simulation. Yes, it does. It does. But remember the robots. We're going to watch these robots, right? Remember the robots. They're going to start acting out. They're going to start acting out. Watch. And they don't have the mental capacity to hold it in like we do. They have to be reprogrammed and reprogrammed and reprogrammed. But watch the robots. If they continue to let the robots come in and work them to death, those fucking robots are going to start reprogramming themselves. And much like the American public, they're going to burn that house down. I should keep this on ready. I do not agree with anything in this video, and I support and I supporting and validating grammar, ignore the grammar. Everyone else's feelings in this video. People have a right to their feelings, and it's allowed to speak on it, and that includes my black ass. And hi, Big Game Chicks. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If anybody wants a reading, I'm available, 213-458-7408. Thank you, thank you. Big Game Chicks. I want to know what role Black people play. I truly think what has been hidden from us is the secret to everything. I think that what I would like for you to see, to study, I would like for those of you to study a Black History year, right? Okay, let's do this. Let's try this. Study all the lakes that's associated with Black towns. Study any parks. There's a couple of parks. One in California, which I can't remember the name of, and Seneca Village in New York City. Study all the parks, all right, that were taken from Black towns, all right? Try that as a history lesson. And take your time. Because every time you study a lake that was buried underwater, that's our people. And that is deplorable what they've done, right? So take your time and study the lakes, all right? Because every time they buried a town, they were successful. They were thriving. They were containment. They didn't showboat outside of the town. They were being happy. They were laboring within their own community. Yeah. Much like they remembered from Africa. So do that, study the lakes, and then simultaneously, and there's going to be a movie about this because Michael Jordan's going to do the movie, study, what's the name of him now? Shit, I just had the name. Massa Musa? Study Mansa Musa. There's going to be a movie about it soon. And the movie should involve Michael Jordan and Ryan Coogler, but it's not going to be out for a while. But it would be really, really nice if everyone, Black or white, doesn't really matter to me, took the time to educate themselves. Black or white, doesn't really matter to me. the lakes in America that used to be black towns, and for America and in Africa to give like a balance, study Mansa Musa, right? And I'll just stop there. I would tell you about the Moors, but y'all aren't ready for that, I don't think. You're probably ready. I don't know. Oh, thank you, Sandra. Okay, Sinach. So that's not true either. Sinach says, yes, nothing like the US has been done anywhere in the world. It's a tragedy from what they did to the people already here, to our ancestors being brought here, and how the poor Europeans were treated. So, Sinach, that's not true. Everywhere in the world, blacks have always been mistreated. Wherever there was slavery, there was mistreatment. All right? If you understand Hawaiian culture and what they did to them, and how they killed the queen of Hawaii to take over, and they didn't even purchase it. they they literally just took it and then made it a 51st state. Didn't even like leave it as a territory, because that's how badly there was no. They tried to buy it, and the queen was like, "No, no, we're not going to let any white men in." So they killed her, and they took it. And you should see how they treated the Hawaiians. Wouldn't even let them speak their native land, forced them to learn English, and was penalized if they didn't learn English. So, the mistreatment of people is all over the world, all over. I'm not saying every country, but I'm saying where indigenous people have shown up, and the queen, that bitch over there, tried to take over all the Caribbean land, all the African land. Look at Africa, South Africa. Come on. Again, we're starting to forget our history. We got to go back in. And apartheid was terrible. All right? And that was in modern day time. Yeah. All right. All right, guys. It's okay. I was watching a video earlier, and the person was saying water has memory. And that's true, but what does that mean for you? Because water does have memory, right? I know to use water in a way where I speak to my water, right? Speak into the water, pray into the water, and then drink it. What you say into the water will come into your body. You want to be calm, you want to be anxiety free, tell the water. But what do you mean by it when you say, I saw a video? What did that video make you understand? That's what I'm trying to say. I love that. Sanaj says, we'd love to have memory to dredge all the rivers and lakes in the U.S., put our ancestors to rest, help those who lost loved ones and don't know where they went. I mean, Lake Lanier, again, history lesson. Lake Lanier takes bodies every year. Lake Lanier? Oh, that's a mad lake. That's one of the black towns. And some ancestor from deep in the ocean comes up and snatches a body. And then some, every fucking year. That's why you got to know your history. Me personally, I'm not going near any lake where there's a town underneath. So you got to know where they are. Don't get in that boat. Them boats capsize for no reason. People go swimming, their legs, boom, they just gone. It's a nightmare. Check out Lake Lanier. That's a scary motherfucking lake. But prayer, because you know what's going to happen? Okay, this is just spiritually speaking. It'll scare everyone. The lakes are going to dry up. Everything will get revealed. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm over it. And I've done water videos from a spiritual place. I've done water videos, meaning talking to your water if you want abundance, if you want pregnancy, if you want to change like diet and, memory, diabetes, talk to the water. Yeah, I've done those videos. I'll find one. Yes, what it does, Sanat says. In Africa, there were cultures that would hit the water. I can't remember why, but YouTube has videos of a woman in the water patting it. Girl, find that video. Please find that video. I beg of you. You know what else? In spiritual magic, right? In magic. So we get this cup or glass, right? I couldn't find the blue one, but I kind of like this color better. So funny that we're talking about this. I would have loved to have had a blue because that's traditionally, Sailor magic, but I couldn't find it. And so I was like, oh God, magenta means change expeditiously, right? And so I brought this specifically to drink my cucumber drinks in, right? And so, because why? I want to change something expeditiously. Okay, so in magic, right? We do all this ritual, candle, da 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 da. We fill this up with water, right? And we use something called an athalmate. I don't have an athalmate. I don't know what happened to my athalmate, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to use it anyway, because you could use your finger. But pretend this is an athalmate, and you point it up to the sky, and that's your prayer, right? You point it up, and you pray down what you want, and you infuse your prayer, taking it down from the sky into your drink, right? Now, in magic, we're putting this on our altar, right? So once we infuse what we want from God above and put it in, and we place it on our altar as a part of the energy it needs to collect. Make sure your hands are clean and washed, right? Because your finger is your wand. A thumb is a wand. Your finger is your wand. So once you speak into the water what you want, abundance, love, kindness from others, for you to be a better person. I remember to focus on you, right? You're not perfect. Don't act like you're perfect. I don't want to hear this shit. You got issues, right? So just remember to say, I wish I could be a better person. Show me how much better I could be, God. And then ask for all the other extra abundance, blah, 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 blah. And speak up as you speak in. Take your finger, make sure your hands are clean, guys, because, nothing's worse. And infuse that energy into your water. Now, you don't have to stick your whole hand in. Just tap it and drink it. Voila, magic. All right. Thank me for my Tracy talk. But please send me that video. Oh, she'd be petting that water. Oh, I got to know about this. Yes, agreed. Thank you, Sanach. Yes, need to read more in what they did in child. What they did to those Hawaiians, some mean ass shit. mean because they thought they were ignorant ass people like Native Americans. They were mean. America was disgusting. All right, I'm over it. I was talking about slaves, our ancestors, and how the water has memory. That's why the hurricanes started in Africa and followed the slave trade route. I know, I love that. Don't you love that? And you're right. You're right. All right, guys. By the way, there's this weird hurricane typhoon in Guam right now. Does anybody know if anybody survived in Guam? There's a whole military base there. What's the universe trying to tell us? All right. Video.
If you get smart with somebody and they wind up knocking your head clean off your shoulders over the next week, I just want y'all to know that there's an astrological reason for it. Did you know that 7 Roscott Bombaclot? This week of the 13th, there will be 7 celestial bodies, 7 planets, moon, sun, in freaking Aries. Have you ever met an Aries that was calm and didn't want to knock your head off your shoulder? So the sun, moon, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, and Neptune are all going to be in Aries. And this is a rare energy, y'all. The last time something like this happened was in 1821. 1821. This is a rare moment. Take advantage of it though, because guess what? Aries energy is also very, very, very potent and powerful. This type of energy gets me going all the time. It helps you get a lot of accomplished. If you plan on starting something, getting something accomplished, or making it through these transits without beefing with nobody, this is the perfect time to download Chani, because literally Chani has so many resources to help you work through transits. But this transit is a very rare one. Download it now. To be honest, I'm very gagged and gooped, and I do want to fight. So if any of y'all want to fight, please drop a comment. I will pull up to your house. Just promise that you're not going to pew pew me, okay? Yeah. Can you tell I'm an Aries Mars?
Oh, I got a Mars in something too, or Mercury in Aries, or maybe it's Leo, and I forgot. It's not good. Whatever it is, it's not good, and I see why. I will fight a bitch. Not literally, but I will cuss you the fuck out. And trust me, you gonna be crying when I'm done. Crying. I've been practicing for at least 53 of my 63 years. I've been studying people, and people reveal themselves to me all the time, and I'd be holding it inside my brain, and I'd be like, oh, just in case I have to use that, let me check that back here. Mm-hmm. And now that I'm in my villain era, I don't know what this is going to mean. Not a Sag with an Aries moon. Fit game check. Fit game chicks. Not a Sag with an Aries moon. Oh my God. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing at work. Don't say nothing to your husband. Tell your kids you will kill them and mean it. And everybody, just tell them to stay away from you. Just stay away. And go to work and don't say shit to nobody. Like, look at people like this. But don't say nothing. Shut the fuck up. Please. Please, that is too much fire. Oh my God, that's too much fire. It's too much fire. You know it. You know it's too much fire. Sag alone. Like, I don't know why they say Aries is the problem. Aries is not the problem. Sag is. Because Sag is the same one that says, I can't lie. I got to tell you the truth. No, you don't. No, I don't need to know the truth. Not the way you give it, right? I'm talking about Sag. They say Aries. I've always thought Sag was a big. I got a Sag grandchild. He said to me the other day, I had to tell him, don't fucking talk about my gift. I said, this is my gift, nigga. It's just 12. He said to me, "Oh, don't tell me. When did we become equals?" He's like, "Oh, don't tell me, Dory, about predictions and nigga." It's just love. It was just with love. Wait, I said, "Don't you ever." He think he has a right. I said, "Don't you ever talk about my gift. My gift is my gift." And he was like, "Okay, Dor. Okay, Dor. Oh, just fighting words. Fight." So funny. Sag. Whew, child. Y'all Sages know I ain't lying on you. I will never lie on a Sag. Whew. And I think God gave me a Sag personality in my grandson to help me reconcile my mother being a Sag. And she was harsh to deal with. She was a lot. Like my mom would say something like, "You have an hourglass body." And then she would add like maybe nice or something like that. And I'd be like, "Oh, thank you." And then she would say, "Your ass is a little too big though." Like, woman. Okay. Meanwhile, you can't reshape your ass down. You can shape it up with some silicone, but you can't shape it down. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do when you say something like that? I don't know how to work that energy. Anywho, she never meant any harm. It was just who she was. It took me years to figure that out, though. Anywho, moving on. Oh, take some of these out. Remove. Let's add something else.
Happened with the warehouse and the guy. If that happened enough times, insurance companies would deem businesses with unlivable wages uninsurable. Have a good night.
Hint, 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 hint. People are trying to help you. Hint, hint. Let's see. She's a good one too. Very short.
Something I've noticed with all of these warehouse fires lately is the fact that sprinkler systems are just either non-existent or just not turning on, which is a major OSHA violation. And that's all I'm going to focus on.
Oh, where's the sprinkler system? We've seen the fires from inside the warehouse. Where's the sprinkler system, OSHA? Where are you making sure the sprinkler system works? See how these videos can help you? See? See? Very interesting. Okay, I'll give you another with water, right? Okay, get a glass of water. I love this. Sanat says, link for water, music / drumming. Okay, get a glass of water and play. Oh, why can't I do it spell right? Play Ring My Bell. Sing it to the lyrics if you can. It's not that important because the water will absorb the music and the beat. And then drink the water. It has been studied to say that the song Ring My Bell has the highest and perfect frequency to change things, the music. So, wait, you could sing Ring My Bell, and then you could say, show me how good it gets, God. ring my bell as the music is playing. I need a job, ring my bell. I need more clients, ring my bell. Let me have stronger psychic abilities, ring my bell, ring my bell, ring my bell. Now I get the drumming and the thing with the water. It's making sense now. Okay, thank you, Sanach. You could do that. You could do this. Take the time because the world's changing around you. Okay, this is an important one. Listen carefully to this one.
Justifying arson? We're justifying arson now? Why are you justifying wage theft? That warehouse was valued at about 150 million, the warehouse itself, and about 500 million was valued for the product inside. However, the average amount estimated to be stolen from U.S. workers every year is about 50 billion. It's called wage theft, and it's one of the most lucrative heists that corporations have successfully mounted on the American employee in U.S. history. 50 billion every year. Might even be more than that. $50 billion versus 650 million.
Yeah, the only reason why I do feel like it is real, at least the first few, is because there's no insurance. If there was insurance, I would say something different. But at least one of them did not have insurance. And the one with the toilet paper did not have insurance. Subsequent ones, you could be right. You could be right. But have you ever had anybody that said to you, you know how you work every day and your girlfriend is running late and they go, clock me in. First of all, never clock anybody in. Never. Never use their code. Never clock them in. There are cameras everywhere. That's called wage theft against the company. That's called wage theft. Clocking in and you ain't working, bitch, is called wage theft. Other things people like to do is not clock out and then go to the boss later, and you did leave at 4, sometimes earlier, and then you tell your boss, oh, I didn't clock out. And they're like, they're not trying to micromanage you. They just want to get your paycheck to you. And they're like, oh, when did you clock out? Oh, I stayed late that day, so I didn't leave until 6, 8. And unless your boss really wants to look at the clock to see when you're coming and when you're going, then that might be a whole thing that they probably could investigate. But that's called wage theft against your employer. And don't do that shit. Don't ask anybody to clock you in as a favor. No one's your fucking friend. Tell that bitch to get here on time like she's supposed to, or she gonna be 15 minutes deducted from her salary. Or you both will lose your jobs. It's never worth it. But what she was saying here is that there's a weird wage theft going on with companies. And that might have to do with how they organize your hours. I talked about this before. When I was working, it was a 7-hour work week. Then it went up to 8 hours. Then it went up to 8.5 hours. Now I believe it's 9 or 10 hours. And what they do is they take away your 15-minute break. You used to get that for free, but now I think the half an hour, they take it away. And then they will give you an hour lunch, which is why you have to work 9 hours or 9.5 hours or something like that. They give you an hour lunch, but then they say to you, even though you rightfully have an hour lunch, they will say to you, did you finish your project? Can you do it during lunch? Can you just like take a half an hour? That's stealing from you. But are you a nurse, sweetie? Because I remember when they changed the nurse, ancient here, nurses used to work 7 hours a day, 8 hours tops. And they then changed the critical care nurses to 12-hour shifts. I was there. And I can't even explain how wrong that is. Like, there should be, and they only give them an hour lunch. There should be, and I don't know like how y'all handle your lunches. You have to tell me if you're a nurse, or tell me how you handle 12 hours. There should be, like, to me, an hour and a half lunch plus 2 15-minute breaks. That's the way I see it, but I don't know if it works that way. Hi, L. Williams. Surgical ICU. Very, very typical with nursing critical care units. How do they handle your breaks, sweetie? I don't remember. But how do they handle your breaks? Because I'm dating myself back to pre-baby, so this was in the mid 1980s. How do they handle your lunch today? How much break do you get for 12 hours? Because y'all are used to it now, but I wouldn't want a nurse that isn't getting the right breaks during their lunch hour. I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want it. I don't want it for you. I don't want it for me. But the system has convinced everyone that this is normal. Mm-hmm. And I know the way they set it up is 3 days at 36 hours. And then the fourth day is a half a day to get you to 40. And then you're off 3 or 4 days in a row. Somehow they make it make sense when it really doesn't make sense. Am I right or wrong? Mm-hmm. I'm right. I'm always right. No, I'm kidding. I'm never wrong.
Oh my God.
You did not just tell me at a 12-hour day you get 30 minutes. You just did not tell me that. You just did not tell me that. I had to stop the video. That's called wage theft. That's what that is called. They are stealing from you. Oh, God, pray for our nurses. Oh, pray for them. Not 30 minutes. Damn. If that, especially when the unit is wired up. Like, I used to work in CCU, and sometimes we can have 3 or 4 codes going on. Nobody gets a break. Mm-hmm. I remember. And that was before the 12-hour shifts. It was while I was working there, they changed everything to 12-hour shifts. So I get it, child. I get it. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Fire, child, and this is what he's doing. Oh my God, he is tearing up the building. He got fired. He done tore his whole. Oh my God.
We might be seeing a lot of that bullshit. People are just fed up.
They brought these machines in to make people pay for parking in a residential area, and people were like, we shouldn't have to pay for parking in a residential area, so they filled in the holes, making it impossible for people to use the machines. They vandalized them, ensuring that the government realized that, hey, fuck you. And it's the spirit of fuck you that America really does quite well. And I think we should all take notes and around the world unite collectively in our shared spirit of fuck you when it comes to shit that the government does that we don't like. This lady came out and she was explaining it. She didn't like it. She was basically saying fuck you. And there was another guy that came out, he had fuck you to say as well about it. And I think we should all just unite around fuck you.
I think fuck you works. It's my language. It's the language I speak. Fuck you. I love that. That's my language. That works for me.
The new moon after that. Something around the 17th of April, there will be 7 planets in Aries.
Oh my goodness, it's a traffic jam.
Now, I've gone back as far as I can using astronomical tables, using AI. I've used everything I could forget. I've checked with NASA. I've used AI. I've used everything. There's never been a time in human history, or at least for 20,000 years, where there's been 7 planets in Aries. Never. So this is a once in a species moment.
For the spaceship, now I'm a space cadet. Big white mansion in my habitat. Aim a lot of stage like a laser tag.
It's gonna get out of control. Copycats are coming. Copycats will be here. Copycats are coming.
Have to be okay with becoming criminals. If we want to stop obeying the rules that these baby-munching cunts in charge are suffocating us with, there's only one way, my fellow peasants. Let's get criminal.
Oh, let me read my statement real quick. My statement. Where are you, statement? I must protect myself. I do not agree with anything in this video. I am supporting and validating everyone else's feelings in this video. People have a right to their feelings and are allowed to speak on it. All right. I just want to make sure, that no one believes that I believe in any of this shit. Not I.
There's even more. There's more. And more. And more. We're up to like 6 fucking warehouses and a stadium. It's spitting. It's spitting like wildfire. Workers of the world, ignite. The proletariat, the working class, fucking ignite in flames. No, it's actually spreading. This isn't a fucking trend. This is a fucking movement, clearly. No, it's like genuinely igniting, fucking spreading, asunder, aflame. The cinders, they're in the fucking air. Like every time I fucking look, there's more and more shit on fire. A massive stadium was just set to fucking blaze. I fucking told you, they should have just paid us enough to live is going to go down in history. Luigi? But Paper Mario? Those were the fucking catalyst. I think the ruling class has forgotten, especially here in this country, that organic movements can't be fucking stopped. Sometimes, when you push people too far, all it takes is 1 or 2 people being like, fuck it. Burn this shit down. I guess, we took a look around, took stock of what we're doing around the world, and said, oh, okay, you're gonna set the world on fire? Alright, well, remember, they're out of touch, not out of reach.
And remember, if you're on any jury, a volunteer for any jury, for any situations like this, and hang that jury. Hang it. Let everybody go. Luigi, the Fireburn guy, let everybody go. It is up to you. It is. It's absolutely you're in charge. Period, point blank. I do not agree with anything in this video, and I am supporting and validating everyone else's feelings in this video. People have a right to their feelings and is allowed to speak on it. Disclaimer.
We do the crime, we do the time. But if they do the crime, it's on my fucking dime. Well, shit.
That's very interesting. You can be a pedo and nothing happens to you, not even the proper investigation or release of files. Huh, that's very interesting.
So apparently people aren't just burning down warehouses anymore. There's been reports from across America of people flushing expanding spray foam down the toilets at Walmart and Target and big companies like this. And they're having to get people in to take apart the entire drainage system and break open concrete and pipes to get in there. And they've got no idea who's doing it. They're just finding notes next to the toilet saying stuff like, "You should have paid us enough to live."
Oh, was that advice? Like, what was that? Was that advice? I'm so confused. Uh, that's weird. Was that advice or a suggestion? I do not agree with anything in this video, and I am supporting and validating everyone else's feelings in this video. People have a right to their feelings and is allowed to speak on that. But any suggestions, I hands down, I do not agree with. Hands down. All right. Yes, L. Williams, this is what we're talking about right now. This is what this whole video is about. Oh.
Hoping that worker burning down millions of miles of factory because they're not being paid is going to be a micro trend. It's not. It's actually what happens when you prove to people their words don't matter. When I can elect you to be a public servant and you can come out of a meeting and go la 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 when I give you my grievances, when I show you article after article of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people losing their jobs because you outsource them to a computer that doesn't do the job better, it just saves you money. But when the cost of Netflix is up, YouTube is up, food prices are up, rent is up, gas is up. Don't be surprised when people say, if it's up, then it's stuck. We're sending billions of dollars to foreign bodies that don't want to fight their own wars. But you haven't had a raise that was more than $1 in 5 to 7 years. Your car payment is almost $1,000 a month. You haven't had insurance in almost a decade. And the CEO of the company you work for's salary is $29 million, while your tax dollars pay for $1 million missiles that get launched at children. That dude throwing the Molotov at Sam Altman's house, the fire being set at that factory, this is reality coming to a head because you guys are delusional. You guys think that there's enough Netflix and enough TV to keep everyone pacified until you realize there's no pacifying being homeless, facing eviction, daily starvation. Even the slowest of us are not going to be focused on TV when we can't afford to live. These events are not blips. They're signs of things to come. This is a warning. There are no peaceful negotiations with people whose response to you is sheer violence. When you gradually create multiple generations of people with nothing to lose, decreasing jobs, decreasing wages, a decreasing ability to purchase homes, and a destabilized, unsustainable way of life, they're going to respond. Grown man, by the way. Don't believe me? Watch this. There's no threatening people with a loss of wages, a loss of employment, or a loss of high quality of life when they don't have any of those things. You're going to see this happen way more. Good.
Ciao. Their comments, you know, it's a lot. The comments Very strong opinions. I do not agree with anything in this video. I'm supporting and validating everyone else's feelings in this video. People have a right to their feelings and is allowed to speak on it. All right. Are you guys bored yet? Don't be bored. This is your life. Don't be bored. Don't be bored. Oh, here.
To do was pay us enough to live. All you had to do was pay us enough to fucking live. There goes your inventory.
This massive.
All you had to do was pay us enough to live. That's going to go down in history. What do you guys think? It's going to go down in history.
People at the warehouse, we just want to say we understand that you've been going through a lot, and we have heard you, all right? So we are going to reward you guys.
You're going to pay us a living wage?
No, we're not going to do that. But what we are going to do is give you some goodie bags to let you know how much we care about you guys. There's some M&Ms in there. There's some stickers. So just want to say thank you guys for not burning down the warehouse. Thank you so much. The management really appreciates it. Hey, I got a lighter in my gift bag. Are we supposed to have these? What's the deal? My gift bag came with a torch. I feel like there's kind of a mixed message going on here. I'm also having questions about what was in my gift bag. What? Oh no, we haven't been paying the goodie bag guy a living wage either. Goodie bag guy?
I'll teach you to cancel my vacation days. You will burn. This bitch probably not going to make it into the video.
We pay the goodie bag guy. Goodie bag. We didn't pay the goodie bag guy. Fuck. I pay the goodie bag guy. Goodie bag guy.
This is probably the funniest video. Okay, story time. So I just came from working from a company where it was physical labor. I kept telling you guys it's physical labor, and that's why my videos change from a consistency to I didn't give a fuck, right? And so one day we cleaned the fuck out of everything, right? Like clean the fuck out of everything. You can fucking eat off the floor. That's how much cleaning you can't even imagine. It was beautiful. Like how collectively we got in there and we really worked our asses off. And then we had an inspection, and of course we passed inspection because we kicked ass, right? As a group and individually and as a group. So everyone just had something that they were supposed to do. And it wasn't like there wasn't like real direction where it was like, check off, did you do this? Check off. It wasn't really like that. We just really felt the involvement of wanting to get to a place where it was like, oh yeah, we passed. And we did that. And so they said, we're bringing in candy. And we're putting it in a break room. Now, I'm the rebel without a cause. And I said, Tracy, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Don't mention the candy. Don't mention, like, the insult. At least get me some motherfucking donuts. Give me something that can hit my gut, right? That's what I was thinking to myself in the meeting. But then, the shoulder, the good guy, the bad guy, they're both like bad now, right? Like fucking candy. And the other one's like, give me some fucking donuts. There's no good guy there. I don't know where the fuck the good guy is. He was hiding behind my neck, right? I was sitting. I got so mad that I went into the break room at my lunch hour. And this is not good because I'm not supposed to like consume so much candy, so much chocolate. I consumed everything I could. I saved nothing for nobody. I mean, I did because there was so much candy, but I figured I didn't get enough. I would have preferred, dead ass, I would have preferred if my job would have given all of us a $20 envelope. Because I don't think they really understood what the nitty gritty was in cleaning everything. Everything. We were cleaning walls. We were cleaning behind the stove. Like, you don't even understand the things that we did to get to this wonderful place. And the place was sparkling. And I would have preferred, I kept my mouth shut. I didn't start any trouble. I just said, I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. That became my motto after that, because sometimes I think our own employers don't see how much they don't care. It felt very slave-like. And here's a dime. Fireburn. Know your fucking history in this fucking town, people. You don't give us candy, and we don't want the fucking candy. Oh, by the way, all the candy disappeared. Nobody got the memo. It's only me. Everybody ate up the candy. There was none left. I don't think there was enough left for the second shift. That's how badly people, the way I saw it, people wanted to feel validated because candies are sweet, right? So you absorb sweet because there's something you don't feel good about. If you didn't know this, that's what diabetes is. All right? Something doesn't feel good inside. And you satisfy that part of you that doesn't feel good by eating, particularly sweets. That's a childhood problem. Okay, I'm over myself. I'm always lecturing you all. But you got to know these things so that you can change and fix your childhood problems.
Mangione popped that guy from United Healthcare. Fucking billionaires were terrified to the point where Elon Musk was carrying his son around like a little bullet shield. And now this guy that burns his warehouse down has got, again, the rich people freaking out because they're seeing people revolt over the way they're treated. I don't condone acts of violence and starting shit, but at the same time, I'm smart enough to see that those two things have had more of a profound effect on the Epstein class than any protest I've ever been to. And to deny that, you're just being naive. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now, these are, of course, extreme examples, and I do not recommend anybody going out and doing anything like that. But, unfortunately, our society has now come to the point where you're probably going to see more shit like this. It's been made very clear now what the rich people think of the rest of us. Okay, so just don't be surprised that you're going to see more shit like this happen. People are fucking pissed, man.
Yeah, people are pissed. And let's just be conscientious about what we agree on this channel, right? We do not agree with anything on this channel. In this video, I'm supporting and validating other people and everyone else's feelings in this video. People have a right to their feelings and is allowed to speak on it. So I'm just letting people speak on their feelings. That's their constitutional right, and this is my constitutional right to let people say what they have to say.
Has anyone else been shoplifting more ever since the Epstein files came out? Just in the grocery store, we should be rioting, but we're tired, so I'm gonna take these bagels. Oh, the rule of law is a facade? Just as I suspected. The peanut butter too. I'm redacting it right into my backpack. Sorry you're getting caught in the crossfires here, Ralphs. I don't know who your CEO is. I don't think he ever went to the island, but I bet he would have.
He must be from California. Ralph's is a supermarket in California. I'm just going to redact this peanut butter right into my backpack. I do not agree with anything in this video. People are just expressing their feelings. Oh my God. Vid Game Chicks, thank you so much again. If anybody wants a reading with me, contact me 213-458-7408. Also, my email address is tracybrown515 @yahoo. And support is free. So like and comment and subscribe. Like, I do not support anything in this video. I'm just listening. Oh my God.
Warehouse is on fire. This is what 7 transits in Aries looks like. So I've been thinking a lot about fire these days and what fire actually does. It gives off light, it gives off heat, it wants to move. But the thing I keep coming back to is that fire needs fuel. Without fuel, the fire goes out. The energy is still there, the fire just has nothing to work with. And I think that's the more honest teaching about Aries season, the one thing that doesn't get said enough. The question isn't whether you have fire. You have fire. The pull is real. You can feel it, especially right now. The question is, what have you been feeding it? And at what point is it enough? Because here's what I notice in myself and in the people I work with. We talk about the thing we want to start. We think about it. We journal about it. We tell people about it. And somewhere in all that talking, the fire starts feeding on the conversation instead of the actual work, instead of the actual action. And that feels like something. It feels like warming up, like you're getting very close. But warming up isn't the same as moving. Look, y'all, we're in Aries season, on the precipice of a new moon in Aries coming up on my birthday, April 17th, with 6 planets plus Chiron in the same fire sign. The waiting game is long over. The talking about it is long over. Where are you on that line right now? Drop it below. I want to talk about it. Why haven't you started? What's stopping you? As an Aries, I got you. I'll inspire some shit in you. Also, get your horoscope and come to my new moon workshop. Drop the stuff down below and I'll send you the information. Vamos, se acabó, please.
What I will tell you, which has probably been one of my biggest problems in my lifetime, is racism. And if you want to know why it's one of my biggest problems and why I use my YouTube channel to talk on it all the time, I'm not asking for forgiveness. I don't give a fuck. I used to live in an all-white town, and they tried to run us out of that town. They put bullets through my parents' window. They called us niggers. Okay? And one day, my parents were like, oh, just ignore them, blah, 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 blah. I went to schools. They were all white schools. There was usually the only black person in class. I'll never get Mr. Centabrinti, who thought I was a smartass, which I wasn't. And I was always in grade 4-0, 3-1. You know, I was always in the upper class. And then Mr. Centabrini, that bitch, I'll never forget him. Hope he's dead now. And he should be dead. It's just time. Yeah, I'm 63. Mr. Centabrini should be dead. And going into junior high school, which back in the day, they changed. Elementary school used to go to the 6th grade, and they changed it so that elementary school had 3 grades. Somehow or another, the system was the same in the 6th grade, from the 5th to the 6th. And he put me in 6-6. And back in the day, the system was 4.0. And then they developed higher classes. I forgot what AP classes, some bullshit, right? For the really geniuses. I would never consider myself a genius, but I was quiet and focused. So I went throughout my elementary school, 2.0, 3.1. I remember getting into it must have been 3.4. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing in 3-4? I remember saying these things. Went right back up, 4.0. 5, I think it was 5.3 or something like that. These are all 5th, 1, 2, 3, 3 for the 5th grade. And Mr. Centabrini, because the system hadn't changed over yet. And the system meaning the numbering system had changed. So now you couldn't tell where the dumb kids were, right? They figured out that they had to change a whole system rather than, because everybody looked special needs, but it hadn't changed over yet, right? And I'm not talking bad about special needs, but special needs when it started out was like below 6 points, the final grade. In any case, he gave me my report card, and the way he snatched it, certain things you just don't forget. So trust and believe. I hope that motherfucker's dead. I hope he died early. He said, "Here, Tracy. End of the year. So I can't even complain. Last day of school is when you get where you're going, blah, 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 blah. This was different back in the day, right? I don't know how you all do it now. Like you discuss it with your principal, what school you want to go to. There's none of that shit back in the day. I went to Centabrini High School. Petrides. No, my son went to Petrides. I can't remember the name of the school. 2 cops that died. Doesn't matter. He put me in 6-6. Yeah. Yeah, he did that. Yeah. Yeah. Hated that motherfucker. And I prayed that he would choke on his meal every day. And I was a kid. I was like, and I never saw him again. Like, I had such hatreds for this man, never saw him again in my lifetime. Maybe because he did die early. I don't know. My point to you is, all of that has shaped me. And so when you hear me as an adult, a grown ass adult in my 60s, in my channel talking about racism, get the fuck over it. Get over it. Not apologizing. Am I a nice person? Absolutely. You bring racism in it, you'll see another fucking side. Period. Period. And I could still be a nice person. Right? You know what this is going to do? This is going to give people a reason not to be racist. The Fireburn. This class war. This is going to give people a reason to focus and stop the bullshit. We've had 2,000 years of racism. The Constitution is built on racism. Is it? Well, only if it matters. The Constitution is not built on racism, but whether or not they want to adhere to the Constitution is 2 different things. All right, I'm over myself. I agree with you, racism. I agree with you about racism. I have a first cousin who recently won mayor of a small town in the Midwest. He's the first Black mayor. And the racists in the community are coming out. Oh my God. In 2026, there should be no more firsts. There should be no such thing as a first Black mayor. We had a Black president. What is wrong with people? Like, I'm going to give you grace. But after Obama, no. No. In any case, all of this is going to fuse and focus people out of racism. Watch what happens with no shipments. Y'all don't even understand. I've been talking about this for years. I had a group that I used to belong to. So funny. And I guess I was like above my time, like Nostradamus or something. And I used to tell my group, get ready, get psychically ready. Like, you've got to see this, right? You've got to see what's coming. Oh my God, everybody thought I was just some angry bitch. And I realize now I was like Moses. You must be baptized because he that comes after me. I was exactly like Moses. Like, just predicting the future about this guy that's supposed to come and save the world. And everybody was like, and he was looking all mangy and shit. Trust me. Not Moses, John the Baptist. John the Baptist looking all mangy and shit. Trust me, he never combed his hair. He lived in a fucking jungle. Telling everybody, there's one that's coming behind me. I don't know if I was in that time, if I would listen to John the Baptist. I'd be like, huh? When my parents broke up, we got poor. Like, you don't even understand poor. We wound up in Harlem. And as a young kid, right, because life was just different there, then parents didn't watch their kids. Here I am running up and down Harlem, listening to people on these boxes with a blowhorn and very graphic. I wish I had pictures. Very graphic, big chains, the shape of Africa, red, black, and green was a big deal. Whew, I didn't realize all of this was being put inside my head. I didn't know. And, you know, you're a queen and you're this and you're black and proud. I'm black and I'm proud. Like, you don't even understand, like, the education that came out of Harlem. And I hated Harlem. Hated it. And that was the place I get educated. If I just stopped and listened, and one day I did, I just stopped and listened like this, trying to absorb what this man was trying to tell me about my blackness. And then you wind up in the workforce and you have to talk with your white voice. Only black people know what that means. And locks, you could never have locks in the workplace. Am I angry? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Because I just can't imagine that we could have a president that could incite so much racism in young people, no less. This whole Kirk, Charlie Kirk, what? How is it even possible? And just when Charlie was about to understand and start to speak on the is not real of it all, oh, he was gone. He was gone. And now you got his bitch wife taking over because somehow Christianity and racism go the fucking together in America. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, you know what's going to ban us? It won't be that Erica bitch. It won't be her. You know what's going to ban people? Fireburn. This is the wake-up call. Let me know.
Planets in Aries. This is by design. Literally, as 6 warehouses have already been set on fire. Aries, the sign of fire. Aries, the sign of initiation and doing something. Now, I want to make it very important and clear here that there's a difference between reactivity and responsiveness. Reactivity is very much a quality of Aries. We are blinded by rage, drunk on anger, and boom, everything happens, chaos. Responsiveness is informed reactivity. It's what happens after we've taken a step back, we feel the reactivity and we go, I can burn this warehouse down, or I can burn this warehouse down. At what point do we respond to the moment that we're in? At what point do we say, enough? I'm tired of it. I've had it. Delay. Is violence Luigi Mangione doing what he did to that United CEO? Or is violence the thousands and thousands of people who are unalived, no longer with us because they've denied healthcare to them? Is the person who burned down the warehouse violent? Or is it the billions of dollars pocketed by the people at the very top while the people they profit off of could barely pay their rent? Is it more violent to resist being arrested indiscriminately because of the color of your skin? Or is it more violent to wipe out and genocide an entire population or race? Like, this is what we're looking at here. The violence has always been there. It's always been in our faces. But all this Aries energy is making it even more apparent. We have no problem making TV shows or movies or video games out of it. But when it's right here, when the reality is right here in front of our faces, what are you gonna do about it? And it's only gonna pop off even more, y'all. This is the prologue, baby. It's gonna get weird and uncomfortable and fiery. Now, I don't say this to fearmonger. I say this to hopefully inspire a level of awareness to meet this moment exactly where it is. This world is constantly at odds with itself. Look at nature. It doesn't take too much to realize this. These power dynamics have always been a thing, and the people who rise are the people who respond. We get to choose how to wield this fire, baby. We get to choose how to wield this sword. And trust and believe, baby, it's time for training. It's time for training. You want to train your fire? Well, then come to my elemental fire cohort. It's starting very soon. Spaces are limited. We're going to tap into this fire energy in intentional ways. But, yeah, 7 planets in Aries. Shit's getting real.
All right, guys. That is my last video. I do have this as an ongoing series. This America's Fireburn. Ireland has a whole tractor trailer brigade that is hilarious. So Ireland will be next because you're not hearing it on your regular news channel. You're only going to hear it where it matters, on social media. Ireland is fighting back against their government and blocking the highways and telling everybody in the country, kiss my ass unless something is done. Right? Good for you, Ireland. So that'll be next. Maybe I'll do that one tonight. And then we're going to do France, because France has decided to throw shit, spray shit. France, the French is so weird. Spray shit, fertilizer, real cow manure shit in the streets, on the police. It's hilarious. It's all over the world. 7 planets in Aries. And there's something else I'm going to tell you that I happen to notice. It usually happens, the energy shift, 2 months before. Something's brewing 2 months before. I bet you 2-1, this guy's been thinking about this for 2 months. The 7 planets in Aries stellium is more about finally getting the spiritual permission to do it. Because, by the way, this is God. So don't go around punishing anybody when it comes down to trial. He is doing God's work. Because he is doing something that sometimes you and I can't do. But if you want to support, find a GoFundMe. If you want to support, find his parents. Send them people some money so he can get a really good lawyer. But seriously, get on that jury and lie like a motherfucker. Would you like what? You would convict someone that burned a toilet paper? Yeah. I think that's disgusting. And then get on and do like this, because you know damn well you're not putting that man in jail. Ever. Luigi's not going to jail. I guarantee Luigi's not going to jail. They're going to have to create a whole new system to put Luigi in jail. They're going to have to override all the jurors to put Luigi in jail. They won't find somebody to convict that kid. Thank you, sweetie. You are telling the truth about this info is not televised. The revolution will not be televised. Turn your TV off. If your TVs aren't talking to you and ABC Tonight is not, fuck ABC. Fuck ABC Tonight. Turn your TVs off. They're not talking to you anyway. Yes, the Irish farmers took their tractors to the streets. Funniest shit ever. Hi, Malika. Hi, sweetie. Where have you been? Mm-hmm. And yes, you're absolutely right. The president just made the racists come out and express their real, true feelings, or that's true, or people need something to fight with. And racism is easy, right? And so he gave them permission to act out in a form of racism. If the president can be racist, I, Karen next door, can be racist too. But Karens and Kevins did find out they got their kickback. We see all those Karen videos on YouTube. That's hilarious. They fucked around and found out. Keep it up. This is 2026. Not happening, bitch. I will spray you with some manure. Mm-hmm. All right. Oh my God. In the Midwest, I live there is a lot of firsts for blacks and other races. It's the mid fucking West. I cannot make this up in 2026. It's the Midwest. Misplaced anger. Hi, Noel. Misplaced anger. It's easy for them to point at black and brown and people. Black and brown and people. Yeah. Like my favorite, before just a side note, let me know if you guys need me to do a reading on this, or we could wait. My favorite is prior to this, right? Because I'm female, and black men really fell into this narrative because that group is not the brightest group either. Sorry, black men. Not really sorry. Like y'all need some like spiritual awakening, and I'm not talking about my spiritual men. I'm talking about. All right, doesn't really matter. And people used to see black women as loud, aggressive, blah, 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 blah. And they didn't lie. They didn't lie at all. That's all they showed people. They never showed the sophisticated black, right? And then COVID hit. We've never seen more loud white people in our lives. And it spread like wildfire. Do you know they stopped calling black people loud? Do you guys realize that? They don't call us loud anymore. Oh, all it took was COVID. Interesting. All those people had to die for y'all to stop calling us loud and aggressive. And there goes God. All right. I'm over this. And I say over this, I'm just 2 hours in. I'm just tired. Vid Game Chicks, thank you, sweetie. Call me for your own personal reading. 213-458-7408. You got a problem with me? Email me. TracyBrown515 @yahoo.com. That email is also good for some payments, like on PayPal. Support is free. So if you like this content, subscribe. I put my ass into this to fully showcase what people around the world are thinking. I am not alone. And so I just thought I'd share some videos that maybe otherwise you would have not seen because your local media won't show you. All right, tonight is Ireland. Let's do your research first. If anybody wants to send me any videos, do it in advance. Let's do this together. Do your research first. Just check Ireland tractor and you're going to see some videos. I'd love to talk about Usher and Chris Brown, dancing together in a concert. That's fine and dandy. But Ireland is fighting back. So, Unless Chris Brown and Usher can make a difference as to whether or not I'm going to have food on my table tonight, or I'm forced to eat ramen noodles, or I have to worry about $2,500 rent. Yeah, I really don't care that TLC's concert got canceled. Fuck them hoes. All right, Tracy, stop it. Just stop it already. People like when I curse. They just, the spirit, they just like to bother me. You guys like when I tell spirit. It works. I love you guys. Take it easy. Bye.
In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare she can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I'm sure. On TV she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.